family. Saint Salem here, coming back at you with another lesson, sharpening iron with iron, dividing the spoil among the flock. Today, I'm going through the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, right? Ecclesiasticus 19. It's going to be another lesson on how to control your spirit, mainly talking about controlling the spirit and controlling the mouth. The scriptures always talk about controlling the mouth. I did a lesson on it before, but it's popping up again through the spirit. But this one is more about controlling your spirit and knowing when to talk and knowing when not to talk. So this is Ecclesiasticus 19:5. Whoso take a pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resists the pleasure's crown of his life. Take a pleasure in wickedness, that's talking about walking with wicked counsel and brothers who talking shit about other brothers and backbiting and whispering and, hey, I heard that brother is a drunkard. I heard this brother whoop-de-whoop. Man, stop talking about motherfuckers, man. But he that resists the pleasure's crown of his life. If you can resist your pleasure and your need to congregate with motherfuckers, you're gonna crown your own life.
This is Kenzie.
God, he that ruleth his tongue, he that can rule his tongue shall live without strife, and he that hateth Babylon shall have less evil. So you're gonna have less evil around you, man, if you can control your spirit and control who around you. Verse 7. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse. God. So if I trust you, like I'm a brother that's going through a certain sin and I need help, I'm struggling, and I trust you to talk to you, don't go tell people, man. Don't go rehearse unto another. And verse 8 say, whether it be to friend or foe, talk not of other men's lives, man. I see that a lot of that's going on, Oh, I heard so-and-so is into this and so-and-so is into that. It's one thing to congregate with other brothers to try to help a brother. If you see a brother going through something and we getting together and we trying to help that brother, but it's another thing to backbite, right? And even the Apocrypha tell you a friend that's lost is hard to win again. You can't win him back, bro. It's hard to, after you offend him, a friend offended is hard to win again. I'm roughly paraphrasing, but that's somewhere in the books of wisdom. Right? You can't even, whether it be friend or foe, don't talk about another man's life, man. You don't know what he going through, and you don't know what he'll do to you if he find out. Right? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 28. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 28:14. It says, a backbiting tongue have disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have it pulled down and overthrown the houses of the great. A backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labors. Whoso hearkeneth unto it shall never find rest and never dwell quietly. Right? So a backbiting tongue, it destroyed houses, man. It didn't cast down many kingdoms. It said it spread people from nation to nation. So just a motherfucker lying and telling rumors and stuff, it's gonna spread people. It's gonna divide people, man. That's the harsh thing about a tongue. They say the tongue is more powerful than a sword, right? So Israel, we gotta have full control of our spirit, man. We gotta know not to talk. We gotta know when to open our mouths and not talking bad about people all the time, and not telling other people business, man. I see that a lot, But it say, whoso hearkeneth unto it shall never find rest and never dwell quietly. You're going to be tossing and turning in your bed, man. You know too many rumors. You know too much stuff. You talking about too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it keep going on that. Verse 17. The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue break of bones. You see that? So you could be whipping a motherfucker. You could really literally be physically afflicting somebody. That'll make marks in the flesh. But the stroke of the tongue break of bones. So words do hurt. You know how they say in the world that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words don't hurt me? That's not true, man. That's not biblical. The Bible say the stroke of the tongue break of bones, man. The stuff that you say has power. The stuff that you utter, especially in the Hebrew, especially in the Lashon Kodash, right? The stuff that we utter out our mouth, it break bones, man. Especially if you backbiting and you whispering and talking about another brother, talking about his business, talking about his matters, going on and on about his family and his life, man. Don't talk about another man's life. Verse 18, many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but so many as have fallen by the tongue. So a lot of people got slayed, man. A lot of people died in battle. A lot of people died in militaristic fashion. But the Bible tell you, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue, right? Many prophets have prophesied the downfalls of kingdoms, and they thought the kingdom thought they were just talking, man. They thought Jeremiah was just talking when he said, yeah, Babylon and Nebuchadnezzar finna come get y'all ass. Hey, man, his tongue prophesied the downfall of that kingdom. They fell by the tongue, right? But really, talking about, like, you know, if you speak about another man's matters, you know, you gonna vex yourself, man. And you put a spirit on yourself when you're about that. When all you do is, you know, backbite and talk and whisper. You ever met them brothers? They can't talk about nothing about themselves. They don't know nothing about what's going on in the world, but they want to talk about brother so-and-so. Oh, I heard brother Whoop-de-Woo got a, you know, he got surgery on his leg. Why you talking about that? So what you ask him, what about you? What's going on in your life? I don't know, but let me tell you about old boy up the block. See? Certain brothers ain't occupied in prophecies and parables, so they can't really talk to you about nothing wise. That's why they say the fool will not open his mouth in the gate. It's too high above him. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He will not open his mouth in the gate. He been opening his mouth all day. He been babbling. He been whispering. But when it's time for wisdom to come out of his mouth, he don't know nothing. Right? What was I at? Verse 19. Well is he that is defended through the venom thereof, who have not drawn the yoke thereof, nor have bound in her bands. Nor have been bound in her bands. For the yoke thereof is a yoke of iron, and the bands thereof are bands of brass. So yeah, that's it on that. Let's go back to 19. But yeah, y'all get my point, you know. Watch your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Watch who you speaking about. Verse 7. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse, whether it be to friend or foe. Talk not of other men's lives, and if thou canst without offense reveal them not. Right? Don't reveal that man's secrets. If he told you something, he's struggling with something, don't reveal that. Verse 9. For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee. Right? That man gonna hate you if he find out that you talking about his business. That man gonna hate you if you, and like I said, a friend offended. Let's get that verse, because I keep talking about it. Oh no. I'm aware of Satan's devices, man. I know he's trying not to pull these scriptures out. But yeah, this Proverbs 18 and 19. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. So after you offend a brother, man, after he figure out that you telling his business and you not being straightforward like you said you would, you know, you gon' you know, his contentions is like bars of a castle. They're very strong. You know, the castle they protecting royalty. So his contention is gonna be very, very strong, man. It's gonna be hard to win him back. You didn't offended him. You didn't told his business. You didn't speak of matters that you knew not much about. You understand? So let's get back to the scriptures. So yeah, man, a brother offended is hard to be won again. You don't wanna after he figure out that you all about babbling and backbiting and whispering, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be bad for you. Verse 10, if thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee, and be bold. It will not burst thee. The Bible say that word that you found out from your friend or your brother, it ain't gonna make you explode, bro. Some brothers can't hold a word, man. They can't hold, you know how people in the world say you can't hold water. You know, it just come all out of you. As soon as a motherfucker tell you a secret, you gotta tell it, or else you're gonna explode. You can't hold it in. Here go the point. Verse 11, a fool travaileth with a word as a woman in labor of a child. Right? A woman that's in labor of a child, she been pregnant for 9 months. 8, 9 months, 10 months. Or I tell you in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, fashion in the time of 10 months. So yeah, man, you somebody who a fool travaileth with a word as a woman in labor of a child, right? She giving birth. That child has to come out. The same way with a fool who travail with a word. You told him a word and he's struggling. It's gonna come out soon, right? It's like he's gonna have to give labor. That man, he's getting swollen and swollen. He's getting bigger and bigger, figuratively anyway, right? He's getting bigger. He's not able to hold it. So yeah, that guy, stay away from the guys who backbiting and got a lot of strife and envy on them, man. Only talk with people who know how to hold a secret, who know how to talk, who know how to counsel with brothers and not backbite, who know how to not whisper, you know? All our talk should be holy conversation. Holy conversation. Let's get it. This is 1 Peter 1:15. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. Right? The Lord is holy. So we have to be holy, man. And not only our deeds, but our conversation as well. Right? We don't want to be backbiting and whispering and going on about other men's matters when we ain't got no right to speak about that, man. So with that, I'm gonna yield to here. So this lesson was mainly about controlling your mouth and not talking about a brother, not whispering and backbiting, talking about other people's business. And with that, I'm gonna give call halal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, and Shalom.